Hello, my name is Andrew Posen. I work with Matt Kedigaris and Blake Raven on our creative project on Conrad Hamilton.
Conrad Hamilton is a great leader, husband, coach, and father, as he always says. In life, there are only two things you can control: your effort and your attitude. Conrad Hamilton is a great leader that always inspires others around him at all times. Coach Hamilton took the role of inspiring kids and adults around the whole football community with his great leadership role. His leadership and knowledge leaves an everlasting impact on others around him and helps others achieve what they used to deem impossible.
Conrad Hamilton was born November 5th, 1974, in Alamogordo, New Mexico. Hamilton grew up in a military family. As a child, he was always taught about the basic and necessary lessons of life, including discipline. Discipline is how you live your life in accordance with the actions that revolve around you. Discipline is eating the right foods and going to bed at a good time. It's waking up to your alarm and finishing.
For his education, Conrad attended his hometown high school called Alamogordo High School. It was here where Conrad began his early football career and only played 1 year as a varsity starter. After an amazing start his senior year, Hamilton attended Eastern New Mexico University, where he would play 4 amazing years of Division II college football.
Coming out of college, Hamilton was selected in the 1996 draft at round 7, pick 214. Throughout his NFL career, Hamilton played for two teams, the Falcons and the Giants. Throughout his first 4 seasons with the Giants, from 1996 to 1999, Hamilton racked up 3 interceptions, a sack, and a fumble recovery, and countless passes defended. After his years with the Giants, Hamilton would join the Falcons in 2001, where he would force a fumble and become a lockdown corner and eventually retire.
But the Giants say, hey, Hamilton's a good player. Wait till you see. And you saw it right there on a ridiculous throw by Farrat. Hamilton grabs it. And better than Alexander Hamilton on the tip.
Throughout his coaching career, Hamilton has coached at two different playing levels in the Valley, college and high school. Conrad began his coaching career in 2006 at Chaparral High School, where he would coach for several years as defensive coordinator, and later on become the head coach and win 3 state championships. After his 9 years at Chaparral, Hamilton joined the ASU football coaching staff as a senior defensive analyst under Todd Graham. After a year at Graham, Hamilton returned back to Chaparral for 1 year, once again as a defensive coordinator. After his return, Hamilton traveled to South Phoenix, where he took a coaching job at Mountain Point for the 2018 season. Finally, Hamilton took over at Desert Mountain as the head coach in 2019, where he already made tremendous strides in the football program, including leading the team to its first playoff game since 2012.
Hamilton was influenced by many people throughout his lifetime, including his father, Jason Sehorn, and Todd Graham. His year at ASU was his biggest year of growth in his profession. Some of the things he learned from him from that standpoint were monumental for him as a football coach in his future. Jason Sehorn was a cornerback for the New York Giants from 1994 to 2002 and was Hamilton's teammate. Sehorn always taught Hamilton on the basics of never losing a repetition at cornerback. To be the best, you have to be taught by the best, and Sehorn went on to become the greatest quarterback in Giants history. The things that Hamilton learned from Graham, Sehorn, and his father are applied to his everyday coaching lessons on the field, when you have to always be disciplined, have a good attitude, and always finish.
Hamilton has always had a passion for teaching others around himself, whether it's even coaches. Conrad's influential quotes and stories help inspire others, coaches, and athletes to make changes in their lives. Hamilton is the man that changes the culture around himself to benefit everyone else. His actions of always being involved and showing tremendous passion has always shown what he believes in internally.
Conrad's complicated defense makes him one of Arizona's best coaches in present day. His method of the same defense with different people doing the same things shows how complicated his defense can be to understand. To put in perspective, our defense playbook has over 50 plays, with many different variations to each play based on the offense. Although it may seem very complicated, his defense is like a game of Tetris, except it is impossible for the opposing team to understand. His defensive coaching and methods of changing culture is seen at such a high praise that Hamilton speaks at many coaching associations to inspire others. This defensive mastermind playbook has led Coach Hamilton to become the coach of some of the best defensive states in the world, which have all single-handedly set records, including his last 2 years at Desert Mountain.
Hamilton's most famous achievements occur in 1996, 2009, 2010, and 2011. Hamilton being drafted by the Giants at pick 214 was by far one of his greatest achievements because he had officially made it into the highest level of professional football. At Chaparral, Conrad ended up winning 3 state championships, which occurred in 2009, 2010, and 2011. In 2009, Conrad led the state's best defense to beat Marcos de Niza 34-21, and the following year led an even better defense to beat Centennial 32-17. Lastly, in 2011, Hamilton would lead Chaparral to a major blowout victory against Cienga 37-14. Along with these, Hamilton would appear in one more state championship, which he unfortunately lost in 2013.
In present day, Hamilton is perceived to many as a great person, especially by the kids on the football team. Many people who do not play football think Coach Hamilton is a scary coach, but if you get to meet him, he is a genuine person and one of the nicest people you ever meet. On the field, Coach is perceived as a great coach that always push you to do better, but he always says, you have to listen to the tone. You have to listen to the message, not the tone. Along with this, Coach is a very competitive person when it comes to football. So when people on the other side of the field see him, they view him as a very mean person.
Hamilton has an everlasting legacy on the football world and the coaches around him. Along with himself, he has kept a steady coaching staff around him for his whole coaching career. His leadership skills are so influential that some of his former players have joined his staff, trying to help change the culture of the football world. Currently, Coach Hamilton coaches at Desert Mountain with the support of his kids and his wife. He continues to inspire the youth and adults that are privileged enough to hear him speak. As Coach Hamilton always says, your attitude and effort on things in life will determine your fate.